Get the read on travel with meteorologist and travel preparedness expert Cheryl Nelson. And Cheryl, thank you for being here with us tonight.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for having me.
All right, so listen, with all these delays and cancellations already, do you think it'll get any better before the holiday? I think I know the answer, though.
I can try to make a Christmas miracle happen, but if travelers are heading east tomorrow, as you know, or out west to Seattle and Portland, there are still going to be a lot of issues. And so this is something that we have to think about, especially with that storm you've been mentioning moving up through the Great Lakes. It's going to be intensifying rapidly. As it does so, the winds are only going to get stronger. I was looking at flights in and out of Buffalo International Airport for tomorrow. 60% of those flights are already canceled going in or out of Buffalo, and that's probably going to get worse. Yes, they can deal with the snow there, but with that wind blowing, could be gusting up to 70 miles an hour. It's going to be treacherous, and you have to keep in mind for any kind of aircraft, it has a threshold for landing and taking off with crosswinds. If the winds are too intense, it's just not going to be safe for those aircraft to land. And not to mention the icing issue, too. Planes have to be de-iced, and there's only a 30-minute window for that plane to take off once it is de-iced. And that's if it's not snowing. So lots of problems in the east. New York, LaGuardia going to have issues. Boston as well. Ooh, going to be bad with the cold temperatures to boot.
That's right. We've all seen those videos on social media of all the planes being blown around as they're trying to land. You don't want to land in that, especially if you have motion sickness. Let me tell you that for sure. All right. If you've had your flight canceled, what is the first step people should do?
First of all, don't yell at the gate agent. I will say that because it is not their fault if your flight is canceled. What you want to do is remain calm and say, okay, we knew this was coming, and see what you can do to try to get to your destination safely. What are you going to do there? Well, you could go on standby for later flights, or you could try to get a confirmed seat on a flight maybe the next day and go ride it out at a hotel and just see what you can do to kill some time in between. But if you are going in and out of any of those cities I was just talking about, plan on some delays and possibly even some cancellations.
By the way, if you have access to a lounge, if you rush there quickly, they'll help you, right? They'll help you try to plan around what's going on.
You know, I actually do that. I love the lounges,
Yes.
and they will help you. I just hope they're not at capacity. That's
Right.
the only thing, though.
They probably will be, yeah. Well,
Yes.
I was just talking about it. It's pick your poison. Flying or driving, it's six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Let's talk about, you recommend a safety check ahead of travel when you're on the roads. What is that, and what should drivers be checking for?
I do, especially tomorrow if you're on the East Coast or out west. On the East Coast, temperatures are going to be plummeting, starting out near 60 in some places, and then by tomorrow evening, dropping to near 20 degrees in some locations. So some of the water on the roadways might freeze quickly. So check your vehicle. The one thing I always recommend people do that people forget is your windshield washer fluid, because trust me, you don't want to be on the road and have a big tractor trailer go by you and throw all that dirt and snow and mud, and then you can't see because you find out you ran out of the windshield washer fluid. So check that level, check your oil, and check your tires too, because when temperatures get really cold, the pressure in the tires goes down and they start to condense. And so you have to realize that could make you have trouble steering as well. Make sure your tires are good and have that emergency kit in your car as well.
Yes, and fully clear the snow from the top of your car, okay? No 50% effort here, all right? All right, meteorologist and travel preparedness expert Cheryl Nelson. Cheryl, thank you so much.
Thank you.